Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Today's video is a review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. This is a 2021 movie, rated PG-13, with a runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes. Um, so I think growing up in the 90s and everything, you probably have seen the Ghostbusters at some point, either the cartoons or the movies. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of Ghostbusters, but I definitely have watched the movies multiple times. Even the 2016 reboot. This one specifically is a sequel to, I would say, Ghostbusters 1. Obviously, Ghostbusters 2 is included as well, but definitely more. If you haven't seen at least Ghostbusters 1, I would recommend you watch the original from 1984. So, a quick recap of, and I'll keep the review mainly spoiler free because I know a lot of people haven't gone to the theater. Hopefully, you get to do that during the holiday weekend. So when a single mother and her two children move to a new town, they soon discover they have a connection to the original Ghostbusters and the secret legacy their grandfather left behind. So this is directed by Jason Reitman, written by Gil Kennan and Jason Reitman, based on the 1984 Ghostbusters movie that was written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. Currently, as of the recording of this video, this movie sits at 62% from the critics at Rotten Tomatoes and a 95% audience score. I would lean more towards the audience, maybe not in the 90s, but definitely high 80s. I quite enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun, and I think I would say this movie is 75% for a new audience, 25% for the existing old audience of the Ghostbusters franchise. I think they definitely want to expand. They want to rebuild. They want to invite new people in. Let's go through the cast, and then I'll go a little bit more into detail as to what I enjoyed from this movie. So the movie stars Carrie Coon as Callie. I love Carrie Coon. I think her performance in The Leftovers was amazing. She's one of the actresses that I'll check out pretty much anything they're on just to check it out because I think she's great. Also, Paul Rudd, who plays Gruberson. Finn Wolfhard plays Trevor. McKinney Grace plays Phoebe. And she does a fantastic job. I think she definitely stole the movie. This is Phoebe's movie, and McKenna Grace. Yeah, she was great. And then we have Logan Kim as Podcast, one of my favorite characters now in the Ghostbusters franchise. He's a great comedic relief. It's just an interesting kid. So I would say let's try to take away the nostalgia for a minute. If you are an old Ghostbuster fan, you still have a really fun, really adventurous, like just just a good time of a movie. Even if you strip all that away, now you bringing in all the nostalgia and the baggage and like everything you love about the franchise overall, and I think you're gonna have a really good time. Um, the movie, it just kind of keeps going. It takes a little bit to get going, like the beginning, because they do have to introduce new characters and set up. It takes a little bit to get going, but all throughout that stuff, you're having a good time. You're having fun. You're kind of rediscovering, um, especially through the eyes of Paul Rudd's character. You're kind of rediscovering the Ghostbuster franchise, and then Paul Rudd feels like he's the stand-in for the old fans, and McKenna Grace's Phoebe character is the stand. Well, and Logan Kim's Podcast. I think both of the kids, or the younger kids, are the stand-ins for the new audience. And I'll tell you what really put this movie over for me. As we were leaving, there was, um, I would say maybe a dad and his kid. I would assume it's father and son, uh, and they had little Stay Puft marshmallows. Have you seen the trailer? There's like these miniature Stay Puft marshmallows. They had some cutouts at the Alamo Draft House that had the special menu, and the kid just grabbed a bunch of them, and he like that's how I know that this movie is aimed for a new audience while trying to give the old audience what they need. Um, the last 30 minutes of the movie, I feel like they're very emotional. I really really followed along and really got connected to these characters. And then there's just payoffs for, you know, don't go into IMDb if you don't want spoilers of like who else could be showing up in the movie. Just go in and enjoy it. Like I said, new fans or old fans, I think you'll have a good time. This is just a fun, goofy adventure movie that is designed to have a good time at the movies. That's what it is, and that's how I enjoyed it, and I did have a good time. I would definitely watch it again because it is that much fun. Um, it got some really cool special effects. We don't get a lot of ghosts throughout a lot of the film, but when they do finally show up, they show up big. And then, like I mentioned, I would recommend at least watching the original Ghostbusters movie to just kind of know what, if you've never seen it. Like, even though you can jump in right into this, maybe go after, maybe even afterwards, watch the original Ghostbusters. So there you have it. Highly recommend it. My full review will be on my letterbox. You can find it by my name here. So thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this movie and what you thought about it. If you watched the cartoons or any of the old movies, including the 2016, which it was probably not as good as this one. I still had a lot of the actors that are in that movie I really enjoyed. Um, so, so thanks for watching. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. Check out our Patreon. A lot of our patrons, they get a lot of the videos in advance, movie reviews, comic reviews, all that good stuff that we make. So thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.